Alright guys, in today's video we have got quite the good gaming news. It's nice to talk about some good stuff for once. I never want this channel to mainly talk about negative stuff of development problems and such. We're here to learn about new things and new games. In today's video we're gonna talk about the Titanfall series most definitely coming back to life, Bioware's Dragon Age 4 being single player only and more details, and a new survival horror game that sure looks terrifying. Before we start, drop a like on this video right here to please all the algorithm gods, and let's get into it right away. By the time of this video, the Titanfall series is starting to become more and more like a distant memory. A series that is so massively unique and good, yet so underrated, made by a company that became super popular solely because it created a battle royale game. Respawn Entertainment, its developers, is famous for making and still updating Apex Legends now and for years to come. But believe it or not, there are people like myself waiting for them to make a continuation of one of the best video game series of the last decade. There's no reason why they wouldn't make a third Titanfall game, as a lot of people have been asking for it the past 1 or 2 years. It's been nearly 5 years now since the release of Titanfall 2, and fans have been begging for a Titanfall 3 for years. And both EA and the developer Respawn are fully aware of it. Of course, with the popularity of Apex Legends right now, it's normal EA wouldn't want Respawn's attention to go away from this. But that doesn't seem to be the case actually. In an official interview with IGN, the EA's chief studios officer Laura Miele talked about Respawn and the Titanfall games, saying that EA has absolutely no control over Respawn's creations and ideas. That means it is ultimately up to Respawn whether a new Titanfall game is happening or not. It's been just officially confirmed Respawn has full control of the franchise and its future, with Laura adding that she doesn't believe in instructing developers on what they should be making, saying that she wants to provide the teams more freedom in what they create. Respawn might actually be making Titanfall 3 as we speak and be very far in development, and she wouldn't have any authority to slow its development. Here is what she said: "That team will determine what the future holds for Apex and Titanfall. I don't believe in directing or telling games team what to create. It has to come from the player community and the inspiration and motivation of developers." Now, of course, EA still has the final word on whether Titanfall 3 is ready to be shown or even good enough to be shown. Laura says that there is a lot of creative autonomy at EA, but it has certain values and principles that can't be compromised. But according to many people out there, the third game is definitely in development as we speak and still very secretive. According to details from the very popular Apex Legends data miners, Titanfall 3 is already in active development behind the scenes at Respawn. The first to highlight this information came from the Neon Beast, a person well known for being an inside source for Apex Legends, saying that Titanfall 3 is for real, and even with different sources all around the web, the rumor remains the same: Titanfall 3 is coming. Another insider known for even more Apex Legends leaks not only shared the original comment from this first insider, but followed it up with their own confirmation that what they were saying was true and that Titanfall 3 is indeed real. What's even more weird is that at the time of this video, both tweets have been deleted and never to be seen again, like EA would have told them to. It's never been a real secret that Titanfall would continue, as EA's own chief financial officer Blake Jorgensen teased the return of the Titanfall series in the future. He discussed the acquisition of Respawn, at which time the studio was, in fact, working on Titanfall 3, but Apex Legends became super popular, so they stopped for a little bit, and now fans may actually see Titanfall sometime down the road. Please let this be true, I want to see a new game. Let me know if you guys would like to also. Next up, we have some extremely exciting news concerning Dragon Age 4, the upcoming open-world RPG from Bioware, who recently cancelled the reboot of Anthem, to mostly focus on Dragon Age 4 and the next Mass Effect project. There hasn't been much details to share concerning Dragon Age 4, beside this very small teaser trailer and little details here and there. But thanks to Jason Schreier, who is literally the most reliable insider, we have some very good news. The game was first said to be a complete live service experience enhancements that will make the game live for years, with continuous update and a multiplayer element. But this plan has reportedly stopped completely, with Electronic Arts now approving a single-player direction only for the project, which for me is really good news. I don't think a lot of people are liking the live service elements, so hearing we'll have a good single-player story with this is perfect in my opinion. The decision, as reported by Bloomberg's Jason Schreier, comes as a direct result of the circumstances surrounding recent Electronic Arts and Bioware game releases, most importantly the success of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and the cancellation of Bioware's Anthem reboot led to this massive switch in decision. They weren't expecting a true successful single-player game. Confidence in the single player performing well and the lack of trust in BioWare's ability to deliver a successful live service game drove this new decision. It has also been said that the EA CEO Andrew Wilson and other EA executives were the ones who changed their minds concerning this, which is a really rare sight for EA. They normally would be the ones opting for a live service game. Schreier reports that BioWare leadership has pushed for its in-development Dragon Age project to be shifted back to a single player focus for some time. It has not yet been said if this decision has been made without BioWare's true consent, but I feel this can only do good, at least for the fans, which are happy about it right now. It is said the winter will be the main setting of Dragon Age 4, and it will have a few returning characters like Varric, Isabella, Dorian, and Solas the Dread Wolf. Finally, we have Dark Moonlight, a brand new survival horror game concentrating on people's biggest fears, and looks like quite the scary game. Dark Moonlight is a survival horror game exploring the themes of human fears and phobias, inspired by the Black Mirror TV series and games like Outlast, Resident Evil, and Silent Hill. The title will give gamers a chance to become Dave Killerman, a man who decides to try an unconventional psychological treatment. Instead of releasing him from his phobias, the therapy forces him into an unknown world at the borders of reality and nightmare. To survive, David will have to put his fears and mental health aside. With limited means of defense, including weapons and ammo, and threatened by horrifying monsters and demons lurking in every corner, David will be challenged by clever puzzles his mind's put in front of him, trying to stop him from progressing. The question is, will he find the strength within himself to defeat the monsters, solve the puzzles, keep sane, and free himself from this horrific world? You wake up in another world, nothing is right. You must fight to survive and forget about your fears and your mental health. Your inventory is limited. Will you survive without proper amount of ammo or first aid? There are tons of puzzles in the game which you'll need to solve while going against many creatures. Exercise your mind to achieve the best result. This will allow you to find new equipment and become a stronger opponent. You will explore a unique universe built of diversified locations, differing in looks, atmosphere, and hidden threats. Nightmarish monsters are lurking in the dark. Face air-rising creatures you'd rather never stumble upon. Kill them before they kill you, and remember that in this world, the filth that inhabits it can rise from the grave. Alright guys, as always, make sure you drop a like on this video to give some support, and of course subscribe to stay tuned. Talk to you all soon. Thanks to Space Beer Gaming, Rush Shingbati, I Am Legend, Diamond Hunter 45, Themistocles, Rickno23, and Kianzo Fagari for being a master member on the channel. You can become a survivor member for as low as 99 cents a month. It'll help me and the channel as a whole to make more and better videos.